What's going on, everyone? Anti-Wave in the building. I got another game for you guys on 4 with my trusted teammate, who is Green. You'll see in a bit. With the bars out of the way, this was a game we were not supposed to win, but by sheer dumb luck and the enemies just having low self-esteem, I guess, we come out on top. Cutting out the first 4 or 5 minutes of me and Green gathering our hogs to Expo, I scout Yellow to see that he is getting tanks. If you want to know the team composition, we are all UNSC. Black is Forge, I am Cutter, and Green is Anders. And the enemy team is double Anders Cutter. So, with the hog building and getting expos, I scout in an attempt to put down expos, and I will find out that red expo in a few moments. Of course, red having some hogs, I am ready to contest that. As Green did his damage, I'm able to wipe out red's hogs and pretty much ascertain that he was trying to go Gauss, which is an understandable play. After taking out all of his hogs, red just leaves his expo wide open. Instead of canceling the fire base, he just keeps it, so that gives me free reign to do damage and, kills eco. Green taking out the third expo allows me to expo there, so I take it. And green was also going to scout and see if yellow expanded so we can do a 2-for-1 and be up. However, because I sit on my behind for a little while and I get tanks later, I won't be able to match yellow. If I was able to just blow up one of my supply pads early and start building tanks up now, I could have had some force at least a bit sooner, but hey, everything happens for a reason. Yellow has 2 tanks in Expo, but with my reaction speed, I take out the Expo immediately, so there are 2 Expos down, so we're up by 2. Me running away and going back, it will cut in a moment. It's basically just me regrouping at the middle and seeing what more damage I can do. Now, my vehicle depot is up, and I'm just now starting to get tanks up. This is where the game could have been easier if I just done that 2.5 minutes ago. I checked to see if red is trying to have a third expo on this side. Clearly there's a base over there. I'm able to knock out some more of his hogs and find out that he has a expo again, or rather he rebuilt it with mineral buildings. Instead of me being able to eliminate it, I was distracted by yellow sending over 4 tanks and blue guarding red's expo. However, thanks to me sitting there and throwing the rest of my hogs away at red's expo, I prevent blue's tanks from being there a bit sooner. In the meantime, black expoed and built tanks on the expo. And I forgot to mention this, green was attempting to go hawk with yellow on my expo, who was the cutter, forgot to mention that, was putting me down. I'm glad I didn't sell the truck that base sooner because he would have been at green base sooner, so it's a trade-off. Trying to use this time to as much tanks as I can, and green was trying to get an army of opponents up as soon as possible instead of getting hawked then pumping later, considering the circumstances. Yellow pushes green's expo, and I send what I can in an attempt to damage the tanks as much as possible. And with the tanks coming in from both yellow and blue, I am forced to try to micro away and do some damage while I'm running. But it's just too many tanks there that I can't fight off. And we're looking at black like, man, what the hell is this guy doing? And it turns out, I guess black was trying to press yellow's main to make him turn around, but at this point he's already over here. With blue not counter shell, I was already kind of like saying to myself, like, man, I don't think we can win this, and I'm sure green thought that as well. Honestly, had I had more tank sooner, this could have been an easy match to deal with, and black pings, and he's at yellow's main. So whatever black did here must have made blue turn around. And, I'm on my last legs right here. I have a crap ton of resources, but minimal ways to keep up numbers since I'm single pumping. Get my 4th tank out, and this is where if I was, I guess, I don't know, more angry or something, I would have resigned, but me and green stayed it out, and I guess we got rewarded for it. So twisted way. So, Yellow sending in more of his tanks. I'm able to knock out at least one, knocking his numbers down even further. And Blue, for some reason, abandons his teammate on the ramp and kills Green's Gremlin, but for some odd reason never comes back up to wipe out any of my tanks. Green's able to get some Gremlins in, and whatever it was, Black must have stopped Yellow from getting Canister Shell, and by then, the Gremlins, along with home base advantage, stops Yellow from doing any more than what he could have. As he's literally about to lose all his tanks, thanks to Green just pumping Gremlins from the main base, and my tanks just spawning and doing damage. He's going to resign at any moment. Yep, he resigned right there. And me and Green were very perplexed. We're like, why did he resign? Like I said before, I wasn't looking, but Black must have stopped an upgrade or something, or made Blue turn around, clearly. So that was our victory. However, this is still in the double Anders' favor, as in a few moments, no, not a few moments, Red has Gauss, so Green and I decided, shoot, man, let's just push and trying to end this now, or at least minimize the numbers. So Green with his Wingman Hornets pushes over to Red's third base, as you see on the minimap, and we are in the way of Green. I'm healing up any weak tanks I have, and I'm still not on candy yet. I queue a turret for whatever reason, don't know, I guess for any Gauss that might show up. Green attacks Red's third base, which will severely hinder the Gauss numbers, and clearly Anders was researching, the Red Anders was researching reserves, but we were able to stop that just in time. And as you saw right there, Blue was on power turret, and I was like, man, we can't do anything here. That's what I was saying to myself, or at least I think I say it at this point, like, yo, man, I don't think we have this, but we try anyway. We take out Red's third, preventing him from getting reserves. Damn, I'm on it with these bars today, man. I should be a poet. And Red shows up at Green's base with what Gauss he could muster. I Pelican over to save some time and to help the Gremlins move faster. And Green, in a moment, cryo bombs, halting the Gauss onslaught for a short while before my units arrive. So with a good cryo bomb from Green, he stops the Gauss temporarily as my tanks roll in. And Black is holding off Blue to an extent, did knock out a tank or two. So I guess it was thanks to Black distracting Yellow and Blue. The main threats, I guess, is what made this a win for us. So the Gauss do what they can, but at this point all my tanks and all of Green's Gremlins are here, so there's not too much that Gauss could do. It would take him too long to replenish since he was not able to give reserves. And yeah, after the Gauss is eliminated, shortly after, Blue resigns. Yep. No, Red resigns, excuse me. Red resigns, and then Blue shortly after, because you can't 1v3. I mean, you can 2v3, but he doesn't have Gremlins, nor does he have Chain Out, making this win ours. We still should have won that.